Prevention Lifeline, also servicing the Veterans Crisis Line. If you are in emotional distress or suicidal crisis, or concerned about someone who might be, we're here to help. Para español, oprime número 2. Your call is now being transferred to the Veterans Crisis Line. Your call will be recorded. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance purposes. During the silent transfer, you may hear beeps. Please stay on the line as your call is transferred to the next available VCL responder. Please stay on the line. Thank you for calling the Veterans and Military Crisis Line. My name is Rebecca. How can I help you today?
I just have a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. What's going on?
The first question is this an equal use of the First Amendment?
Like calling this line?
Yes. What is this line?
So this is a crisis line, like for mental health crises, people experiencing suicidal ideation.
Well, is this veterans?
Yes, it is. This specifically is for veterans.
Okay, does this affect the views of any other agency, such as the police department, the sheriffs, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or possibly the U.S. Marshals or Secret Service, or anything like that?
So are you asking if we have the same views, mindset, protocol, kind of, as
No,
they do?
I'm not asking that. I'm asking, does it affect their views on me as an individual? If I'm talking to you now.
I'm not sure. I guess I don't know how to answer that question.
Okay.
What do you mean by that?
The date is February 2nd, 2021. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay. I went to the post office and I got a money order.
Mm-hmm.
The money order was for $206.
Okay.
That was 3 weeks ago. I have just found out now that no one knows where the money order is, and I have been wasting my time this entire 3-week period. Do you think that's fair?
No. I mean, what was the money order for?
It was for something personal.
Oh, okay.
I think that somebody may be manipulating or fooling or not telling the truth about it.
Oh. Like maybe they received it but told you they didn't?
Maybe they received it and told me they didn't. Maybe they didn't receive it. Maybe someone took the money. Maybe they took the money and said, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. They gave it to somebody else, so on and so forth.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think I have justification to feel anger, to feel betrayal, and to feel distraught by someone taking $206. The money order was, and not telling me.
Yeah, I think you're justified in your feelings of being frustrated. That sounds like a really awful situation.
If there was compensation, because the veteran receives compensation because something unfair happened to them. Automatically, whenever this was, 15 years ago, it wasn't fair. That point in time, when the event took place, it already wasn't fair.
Right.
Now, this event of them saying, we don't know where the money order is, we're not going to give you the information to find out where the money order is, and this is after 3 weeks. Do you think that this is part of what the United States was founded on? Excuse me, because it wasn't, but do you think this was what the Constitution was founded on, or what the United States of America was founded on? This type of behavior?
So is it a veteran that you're having issues with?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No. The veterans have went overseas, and I'm a veteran, and they have fought, and we have fought for the country, the United States of America.
Right.
People beside us have died.
Right.
So you guys can have lower gas prices, so everybody else can have nice cars and have good family and live with them. That's the truth.
Right.
Do you think that this is correct behavior by them?
No, it doesn't sound like it based on what you've told me.
Do you think that me as a human being and as a man deserves this type of treatment? This type of treatment that they will take $206 after 3.5 weeks, say, we don't know where it is, and then prior to that, saying that, no, you're mentally deranged, and this is why you receive funding, because you're mentally deranged. And obviously it's not. I have never went out of my way and bullied people. I have never been violent with people. And this is the fact. People don't like me. Some people must not like me. The number coinciding with this is 265-435-44298. That's the lobby server reference number. This type of behavior is not acceptable. What is the appropriate reaction to this type of behavior?
I think you're allowed to feel angry and frustrated. You know, it sounds like you don't, like you're being told that you're overreacting, but you're not.
What if they plan to do this to me? What if they plan to do this to me? Because their whole intent is to do nothing and sit here. And I'm not getting any smarter. I'm not making any more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not helping me. But their behavior of them, the lady that filled out the form wasn't there. I asked to speak to her. She wasn't there. Every time I've went in there, she hasn't been in there.
Okay.
Now, this is the same behavior my mother was talking about. And my stepfather was talking about. Both aren't here now. Both are gone. In the United States. Martin Luther King was assassinated in the United States. People get assassinated and murdered in the United States every day. And that's the facts. One person in law enforcement has a problem with you, they have lethal capacity.
Right.
You say a thing that they don't agree with, they have lethal capacity. Them to push you and isolate you and tell you to leave, how is that helping your social situation? How is that helping you develop lifelong friendships?
Mm-hmm.
It's not helping you. This type of thing, of them stealing $206, or now suddenly they don't know where this is, or they are sending it out now, or they have it and they're not telling me the truth, that's not correct behavior either.
Right.
Have I ever did anything to hurt anybody? No. Have I said things that startled people? Maybe. But I never did anything to hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is that correct behavior? And they already planned it from the beginning. First of all, there's been a whole bunch of propaganda on my phone, on this device. This propaganda has hurt me. I'm hurt. I'm emotionally hurt. My heart hurts. My throat hurts. And I have separated myself from the family because I am being abused. It's causing me to isolate myself. I went there and I paid the money, and I couldn't get up out of bed for a week because I gave them my personal information, and I felt they were going to come after me.
Can I ask who they is? Where did you go?
They is, if a pretty girl has a problem with me, then they're going to call someone to say, well, now I think this is appropriate at this time.
Mm-hmm.
They is people that are lying about their names. Would they give the money to my family members? Is that acceptable behavior? don't worry about who they is. I don't know who it is. I don't know who you are. It doesn't matter. The whole thing is there's individuals that have reciprocity privileges and have access to this device, and we're never going to know who they are. They is. That's a question that you're never going to be able to answer. This is the thing is, if I paid $206 for a service, it's a legal service, and it's within the liberties of the United States, and it's ethical, and it's moral.
Yep.
Do you think that it's permissible to say, well, he doesn't know what he's doing, I'm taking this money and I'm going to give it to his friends or family, or I'm going to give it to somebody else? Do you think that's permissible behavior?
Based on what you said, no.
Then how should I handle this? Because I don't want anything bad to happen to me. But when I say they, again, I don't know who all has access to this device from this location, from this point. I don't know if you could be in a third-story hospital right next to the house, or next to the house, excuse me, and this is the whole thing, is that behavior when I pay $206 for a money order and they already are acting strange when I go in there. Strange to the point where this is weird. I don't trust them that much. But I'm going to give them this $200 because there's a mob or there's a line behind me and they're being very aggressive. You go now, make your choice. So I go now, whatever. Based off what I'm telling you, this is unacceptable behavior. I don't want them to save money. I don't want them to save my money. I could save my own money. I don't want them to take this from me. It's illegal.
Right. Well, it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of options besides, if it's a service, contacting like customer service, or, you can file even a police report potentially for theft. I'm not really sure what the best course of action would be.
What about them tracking and monitoring me? Or monitoring me from this location?
Yeah, that I don't know. Do you have any proof of that? I mean, that might be something that they would look for.
Behavior divergence.
Okay. It is something that you could report to the police if you felt comfortable.
The veterans are the ones who told me about it, and it's already happening. As soon as I leave the location, they act weird.
Huh.
Do you know anything about that?
No, I'm not sure. I can hear how frustrating this is for you. And I'm sure you've been, dealing with this emotion for a little bit now. You said it's been a few weeks.